Hey guys, how are you all doing today? I'm bringing you a story by Mashable, How She-Hulk Beat Its Toxic Haters by Making Them the Villains. This one's going to be fun because I have a little video clip to show you guys in a few minutes, but I want to talk about this article so that we can understand exactly what they're thinking going into the season finale of this show that was an absolute abomination in every single way, and how they're going to go into season 2 with this mindset most likely. As far as I know, Kevin Feige approved this ending, and he was just like, oh yeah, go super extra ham on it after I was watching the interview with the director, Kat Coiro. I believe that's how her last name is pronounced. I don't really care. She seems really awful. You're going to find out in a second how awful she sounds, and let's read this article together. The villain of She-Hulk Attorney at Law isn't some cosmic evil or criminal mastermind. Instead, it's something far more sinister and far more real, a group of toxic, entitled men who call themselves intelligentsia and have devoted themselves to harassing and harming Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk. It's all about the toxic men yet again. And this has been Marvel's MO going forward with all of their Disney Plus shows. Pretty much intelligentsia's misogynistic arguments. Jen doesn't deserve her powers. Why do we need another woman superhero? The Hulk is better anyway. Are reminiscent not only of real-world sexism, but also of the toxic trolls She-Hulk faced throughout its release. So did She-Hulk anticipate its own detractors? The toxic trolls She-Hulk faced throughout its release? Yeah, you know, this is grade A denial. It really is. 1000% She-Hulk director Kat Coiro, I'm just going to say Coiro, I'm not sure, told Mashable in a video interview, "We knew we were going to come under fire. Before She-Hulk even aired, the show was review bombed on sites like Rotten Tomatoes." Oh, she's so smart. She saw all of this coming. By the way, I believe she's a producer on the show, and she directed the finale. It says director and producer on different things. I'm not sure anybody cares, but just in case you wanted to know, that's what I know. However, as the show went on and intelligentsia became more prominent, Coiro noted that the trolling appeared to decrease. Oh, really? It decreased, huh? "I felt like a lot of the negativity at the beginning has stopped," she said, "and I think it's partly because we acknowledge the negative people in the show. Now, if someone attempts to criticize She-Hulk through a misogynistic, trolling lens, they're basically situating themselves in the same camp as someone like Todd Hulk King Phelps, which is just instantly humiliating." Yeah, that guy that they completely wrote out of the show and changed the ending for. And maybe they didn't even plan on having him be the villain in the first place, but the whole thing is it's just a terrible sequence anyway, so I don't think it matters. For them to send these negative messages, it really plays right into our hands and shows that we're one step ahead of them. So I don't think it's as satisfying for them. And if you think that this isn't real, that this interview didn't happen, this is real. I mean, this is a producer / director on a big MCU show, okay? This is alarming. It really is. Having Jen face off against villains like intelligentsia also opens She-Hulk up to exploring some very real and horrifying experiences women may endure. Oh my goodness, great. I'm so excited. Oh. In episode 8, Ribbit or Rip It, intelligentsia doxes Jen at a gala before playing footage of her being intimate with a date. Footage that was captured without her knowledge or consent. Such an MCU thing to show. The MCU drawing attention to something as insidious and violating as revenge porn is surprising, yet wildly important. And Coiro was excited to use the platform of one of the biggest franchises in the world to raise awareness for this kind of issue. Yeah, wait until you see this. So let's play this little bit right here so that you can see that this happened and she really said this. Check this out.
Stuff you can't even imagine. But I kind of took it with a grain of salt because I knew where we were going. And what I noticed is that the criticism started petering out because I think even the trolls realized that by being nasty and negative, they're playing right into our hands, thereby proving that we are intelligent, which is the thing they don't want to admit that we ladies are. And
that was so smart.
Yeah, that's just so true. Oh my goodness. Who is this guy, by the way? I'm not sure I know him very well, but he's being really nice to this lady who just basically just took a dump on him and all males, period. I mean, this chick is she's just something else. Wow. I can't believe that they have this kind of a person in charge. And you know, it's only going to get worse from here because we have articles like these. Daredevil's Charlie Cox on making his Marvel hero funny for She-Hulk and whether that'll continue in his own series. And he said some really funny things here. He's like, in the original series, that wasn't much of a room. He says, earlier in the interview, Cox noted that in the comic books, Daredevil does have a sense of humor, but in the original series, there wasn't as much room for laughs. He said that while Matt Murdock's story is geared towards a more mature audience, in life, there is still room for a bit of humor. Even in the original show, there were lighter moments where we saw his sense of humor shine. However, She-Hulk took the goofiness to a whole new level, and it was so good, so refreshing, so amazing. Wow. So season 2 is probably going to be a disaster as well. And now I'm a little bit worried about Daredevil Born Again, because the first 3 seasons were just incredible. And they were incredible because he was a serious character. He's not all that humorous. He's very no nonsense, very serious approach to everything. And to see that they want to they just want to water him down and dilute him with the regular formula from Marvel about humor and all this stuff. It's awful, but, you know, it makes sense because then we have stuff like this. She-Hulk's John Bass breaks down finale and shares hopes for Todd's future. He doesn't have a future. They changed the ending. What a loser. And then they have She-Hulk never considered introducing a major secret invasion character. You know why? Because the producers on the show clearly are just not that smart. You heard her in the interview. And then She-Hulk desperately wants to be in Daredevil Born Again. You know why? It's because the director right here, she knows the truth. The truth is that nobody likes She-Hulk. And she knows that nobody likes She-Hulk. That's why she's acting all when she's defending herself on camera, at least in my opinion. Some people are going to be like, you can't read her thoughts. But the truth is that this show is just garbage, and they know it. It's why they put Daredevil in there in the first place, because they're desperate. And they probably did anticipate a lot of fan backlash because they know what they're doing is wrong. It's just disgusting and awful, and they're ruining the MCU. They've pretty much already ruined it. I don't have a lot of faith in Daredevil, and just reading things like this reinforces my idea that we're on the right side of things right now, because normal people don't act like this. And she sounds like she doesn't even, when I'm reading the interview, when I'm watching this, it just sounds like she doesn't really know everything that's going on. And she just she's like, well, everybody else is connected to Twitter on my crew, and I'm not on Twitter. I'm only on Instagram. And she says that she got some hate mail, and now she's going to change entire episodes and essentially the entire plot of She-Hulk to troll people, to troll toxic fans. Like, when did that become such a prominent thing? It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Like and share this video, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time.